Hello everyone, my name is James Schwarzschild, and today this is going to be my presentation for the Marketing Mini Simulations for Marketing 100, taught by no other than Professor Lawrence Hahn. So let's get started. Marketing Mini Simulation number 1, Planning and the Marketing Mix. For me, this took 2 turns. I was unfamiliar with how the marketing simulation went, so it was a bit of a struggle to learn at first. The 4 Ps, price, promotion, place, and product, were all introduced in the simulation, which guided me towards the ultimate goal of completing the mission. Like I said, I did not reach my goal at first. My price was not high enough to sell at universities, which caused a big problem. And most of the sales came from low profit channels. For example, the retail profit margin was only 50 cents, not profitable. On my second attempt, I increased the price from $28 to $30, only a $2 difference, but this proved to be a big difference. I was able to sell at universities, which allowed me to complete the challenge. I learned how the 4 Ps affect sales, and that if I create a product that meets consumers' needs, I can charge more for that product. On to mini sim number 2, buyer behavior. I succeeded on my first try. My price was $101 for a product that perfectly suits consumer wants and needs for the outdoor enthusiast. Product development was incredibly important because I was forced to design a product that met the needs of certain consumer segments. Value is perceived worth of a product or service, where price is a sacrifice one is willing to make to acquire the product or service. The more development that goes into your product, the more valuable it becomes, which allows you to increase the price of your product. The tools that helped me were the Product tab and the Pricing tab. Both of these taught me how to perfectly price my superior product, as well as fit the needs of the segment exactly. Let's move on to marketing simulation number 3, segmentation. I was successful on my first try. I learned that revenue potential equals the market size times the average purchase price for that segment. Segment choices impact the 4 Ps because all segments have different preferences when it comes to product, price, place, and promotion. 2 segments that were differentiable, outdoor versus luxury, proved confusing, but eventually made sense for me at the end. Outdoor enthusiasts have the highest price per backpack they are willing to pay at $90, and the biggest market size of any other segment at 14,000 people. Their revenue potential was $1.26 million. Luxury, on the other hand, has the second highest price per backpack, $70, but they had the lowest market size at $5,000. Their revenue potential is only $350,000. It's a big difference. So the difference in the 4 Ps caused difference in revenue potential. I learned that segmentation changes the entire marketing strategy when it comes to the 4 Ps. In mini sim number 4, market research, I was unsuccessful on my very first try. I actually missed both objectives, but I was successful on the second try. I learned that primary data is detailed and gathered by one's own analysts and can make better informed decisions from this data. This data usually includes surveys, direct reviews, and much more. Secondary data, on the other hand, is general data harvested from a number of publicly available industry reports. These include records or published data from other companies. The luxury market is very specific when it comes to their needs in a backpack. They are specific, but they don't need much. They need luxury quality and a name brand, which genuinely and generally are not too expensive to produce. You can charge a high price just for meeting this small amount of needs. Pricing and production were key factors to learning about the luxury segment and completing the mission. For mini sim number 5, product development, I was successful on the first try once again. Product development is important for all companies because a strong product can market for itself and beat out competitors purely through value. You don't even need extra advertising other than word of mouth if you have a strong enough product, and that can be seen through this mini simulation. However, advertising, promotion, and price is all pointless without a strong product, like I said. For me, I met the consumer needs for outdoor enthusiasts at a fraction of the cost of production. Since I met needs and wants easily, I was able to charge a very high price while still making consumers very happy. Product and price were key in this simulation, and could be argued that they are the most important aspects of the marketing strategy for any business all around the world. Let's move on to mini simulation number 6, pricing. I was successful on my first try. I had to reach a 50% profit margin to complete this mini simulation. Like stated before, if the marketing team can fit all the needs and wants of the product for the consumer, you are able to charge a much higher price than your production costs. However, the inverse reaction is also possible. If you charge a high price while not meeting the production standards, no one will buy your product. And if you charge too low of a price, you will not reach your profit goals. Both of those are unfortunate and not what we want in this simulation, nor in real life. With that said, production cost is directly related to the price, and vice versa. If the product is costly to make, companies will most likely charge a high price for that product. This concept was somewhat easy for me to understand. I had already known it beforehand. This mission was not hard to complete with that in mind. Let's move on to mini simulation number 7, retail strategy. Once again, I was successful on the first try, and I added certain channels that may be beneficial to me. With multiple channels, you can reach different demographics and new markets altogether. Certain channels may hurt the company, although if your product is not popular in that channel, you will lose profits. Some channels take a bigger slice of your profits if you sell through them. So I had to be meticulous when choosing channels that I want to sell through. Even though my product was not directly tailored for outdoor enthusiasts, or the high-end outdoor channel for that matter, raising the price to meet this channel needs was profitable. I also profited in other segments besides the one I was trying to target and high-end outdoor enthusiasts, just by coming up with a successful retail strategy and choosing the right channels. In mini-sim number 8, integrated marketing communications, I was successful on my second try. My initial advertising strategy proved unsuccessful, and I did not get enough outreach or popularity the first time around. Integrated marketing communications include targeting segments and the segment wants and needs. IMC includes multiple outlets for advertisement: TV, magazine, billboards, radio, and posters, and other things such as newspapers, even books for that matter. Certain segments concentrate on different media outlets, as you can assume, proving some outlets to be more profitable depending on your target segment. Demographics helps the marketer understand which media outlets their consumer will most likely view the most, which directly affects profit margin. For example, college students listen to music on the radio and receive their news from TV the most out of any other segment. So those two channels would be profitable advertising avenues if you were to target college students. Finally, and not least, is mini simulation number 9, marketing metrics. I finished this simulation on the first try with a score of 100%. Analytical tools such as segment, preferences, and preferred price helped me realize my goal with ease. I reached a 71% market share for school children's segment, which completely dominated the competition. Data provided by the simulation influenced my decisions greatly, because it allowed me to pick the perfect channels to reach the school children's segment perfectly. This impacts me and other consumers in real life. Primary and secondary data acquired by companies directly influence their marketing strategies in order to reach the highest possible market shares. This can be seen quite obviously when it comes to advertisements you may see on Amazon, Google, or even TV for that matter. With all that being said, I just want to thank you, Professor Han, for the opportunity, and thank you for teaching me so much about marketing. I truly learned a lot throughout this course and throughout this semester, and I learned a lot more than I thought I would, that is for sure. The outline for this module, or for the modules, made the Canvas a lot easier to navigate and keep track of all my work. So once again, thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you for teaching me so much. And I'm sorry about my cat who has been making a lot of noise during this video, but thanks again.